go just like, well, I don't know, I was there for about a whole 2 minutes. Where do you? They're cooking pizza, kids are happy, she's on, it's all good.
What's his name?
Yeah, I called her and she's
Matt, what's your last name?
like, my mama. Kozowski.
Yes.
You want to spell that for me?
I don't know how either.
I'm guessing it's K.
K-A-S-Z-O-W-S-K-I.
Oh, that must be fast. K-A what?
K-S.
Okay, got that.
Z-O-W-S-K-I.
Okay.
Almost like Monsters Inc.
Just like it sounds.
Sound of that
It's a new year.
We're gonna call the Poneto Town Council meeting to order, January 12th, 2025. We're gonna start with roll call.
Linda Opal present.
Mike Harrison present.
Paul Miller present. Approval of December minutes. We're gonna move to 3 to approval of December minutes.
I have one question on that.
Okay.
I don't know where it's at now. Krista Sargent, it's in there where she made a note, or gave you a note that she wanted all of the past nuisance that we've sent out since 2019. Did you do that?
It's, we actually got a hold of a lawyer, and the lawyer sent her a letter saying that that's impossible and we cannot provide that.
That's what I was gonna say.
Well, actually, yeah, because she asked for a list, and we don't have a list, that's not public record. I would have had to create.
That's what I
So
thought.
I sent her a note from the attorney, he told me to write it and denying the request.
Okay.
Right, and I got one on there too. It's,
And where are my minutes are?
the,
Give you my minutes.
which, I still approve the minutes, but I need to make an motion, maybe not even do that, we need to extend the street signs, no parking signs until spring.
Well, that would probably be a different issue.
Yeah,
because
we go
right
with
now,
old
we're just
business.
gonna see if everything on the minutes is accurate, basically, is what,
Linda approved it, I second it.
oh, Linda did it first, okay, I'm sorry. And then a vote.
Aye.
I,
Yes, assign it.
did you steal my minutes?
All the stuff.
I guess I don't need them. That was the only thing I had a question on.
All right, now we're gonna move to section 4 on old business. That would, the old business would go against, for the street signs, the no parking signs on, from 218 all the way down to, what is that T road,
Cherry.
Cherry Street. Extend that until spring.
On the grants for the town, as far as Jessica helping out with some of that, did you want me to tell her to get a hold of you as far as, or somebody as far as a list of what we're looking at?
Well, and actually, Luann Martin, who is from Austin, she's the town manager there, and she has written a lot of their grants there.
Luann Martin,
Yes.
from where?
Austin.
Awesome.
Because there is a lot, and they have community crossing grants, but there's just a lot involved to keep them up, and that's why normally you would hire someone, a company to do that, but she's been working at this for 20 years, so she has a good understanding of it.
Okay. Is her contact information available, or?
She would call Austin Town Hall.
Okay.
And which number is 622-4251.
And what was her name again?
Luann Martin. There's 2 Luanns in the office right now. It's kind of crazy.
622-4251?
Correct.
You guys heard Luann's, also the clerk treasurer in town of Austin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why she quit the post office. So now she
Is that Luann, is that the one that's helping you with?
No, Angie Ewing is actually
Angie
training me,
is,
but
okay.
hey, Luann will be very valuable.
Okay, so speaking of old business, then, about your job, since I just brought it up.
Okay,
It's, theirs is tonight also, right?
correct.
All right, so is there any interference on theirs being the same as ours?
The utility clerk, Sarah Mueller, has been going to the meetings and recording the minutes.
Okay, all right. So
Unless
as
you
of now,
guys wanna switch our night to a different night, then I could go to their meetings, but otherwise she'll go.
well, it's good, yeah, I
Yeah.
just rather keep things the way they are.
Okay.
I mean, I was just kinda wanted to ask you, because
Yeah,
didn't really know.
I told them that when I first talked to them.
Yeah.
that Our meetings, would be first.
Right, anything else in the old business?
I don't know if it's considered old business. Down there, the lot across from me that the town acquired, Marvin did go down and finish cutting up the wood. And he came in today and he said down at the Baptist church where they're digging out, he wanted to know if we could use any dirt. And I said, yes, we need dirt. But you gotta
Okay.
get that pile burnt. And he said, well, if whenever they do it, he said, we'll probably just have to take it down there and put it in the lot.
Yeah, just tell them we'll go ahead and, I'll move that and I'll dig all the stuff out of it. And then, I'll get a hold of Morgan and see if we can actually see how soon we get the dirt down there and just cover it up. We'll dump it all right there, then I'll level it out,
Yeah.
once it's clean.
Well, he talked like it would be real soon.
Okay. I'll get a hold of Marvin and see if we can do it this weekend.
So you're saying that on that new property,
Yes.
we need to,
Where the building was,
Mhm.
for who knows how many years.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's probably a 4-foot hole, you know, and that's right now I got it full of limbs, so nobody
You
steps on it.
see, yeah.
So, yeah.
And another thing on the old business, we reported last month about the slide over at the park being damaged. And I called him and he said it should be under warranty. I didn't hear from him and finally I got a text message that said he had reached out and never got a response from us. Did he reach out to you? He didn't, me either, but he said he needed the invoice number, so I did give him the invoice number, and I
Oh,
haven't
from
heard,
the
yeah,
materials.
yeah, and I haven't heard from him since, so. But see, they don't work during the winter. They don't have any office hours unless a Saturday by appointment only.
Okay.
So I can try to reach out to him again and see,
Yeah, because that's just such a shame.
Yeah, and I do have, the invoice here. If they don't cover it, it would be $1,013
For the slide.
for one slide. And that's
What-
just one that is damaged.
Would insurance cover any of that? They would?
I don't
I
know,
would think so. I mean, that's what we pay insurance for.
but I'm sure they will cover it. But,
Okay. So we're just waiting to hear back.
yeah, I'll try to contact him again.
Yeah, there's really no way that we can actually prevent stuff like that happening.
No, we got 2 signs up down there, saying,
I just think the next step would be a camera, because then you could go back and look at the camera and see who did it,
You know, we'd have to have,
But I don't know what all that involves either, so.
yeah. For the batteries, I mean, you can't put power down there, you know, we can't run Wi-Fi down there, you know, but yeah, it's, you know,
Is
there's
it
trail
attached to
cams.
the
there's-
fire
You're either-
department anywhere?
You're either running cord or you're running a whole bunch of batteries to power up.
Yeah. You know, but it's,
But the fire department, that building, would it be close enough to?
it may actually, if nothing else, maybe they'll let us actually put a camera on their building,
Yeah, I don't know.
tie into their Wi-Fi and just point it that way.
Can
Might be
you-
a good idea
You
anyway.
can think on it and.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and, yeah, let's do that.
or 2 good months out of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
In case, in
The
case
old
you,
metal one.
in case you guys are wondering, I'm at the whole bottom of the big slide. Somebody just put their foot right through it. I mean, it's busted really bad. You know, it's plastic too, so, you know, but it's supposed to be pretty durable.
See, we got 2 of them, and the one next to the stairway is busted down here.
I'd say go after the manufacturer at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then go,
he said it
yeah,
should be under
because-
warranty.
Do you know, Linda, is that park used quite a bit, the new equipment, or not?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
There was people over there last week when it was cold.
Okay.
I don't know who they were in a vehicle that they were playing over there.
Okay.
All right, anything else on old business?
I don't have anything
All
else.
right, so we'll move to step 5 on new business. So new business 5A is election of officers. What we did, we decided, I think it was last year, is every year have an opportunity to actually, for new officers, you know, us 3 switching places or whatever.
I make a motion that we keep it like it is for another year.
I'll second.
That's what I'll say,
Oh.
I do too.
Aye.
Aye. So this year here, I'll be throwing a lot of stuff at you. It's not a whole lot, it's just little stuff.
Sure.
Did you second that, Michael?
All right, so Susie Jennings needs to be called tomorrow morning.
I have no idea why.
She just asked me to make
I will
sure,
call her, but
you called
it's
her.
like I don't see why it's her business who our officers are, but anyhow, I'll do it.
All right, so we're gonna move on, still on new business 5, we're gonna go down to B, the area planning commissioner. I think Mike's got something to say about the area planning commissioner.
Do I?
Well, what happened is, Michael, they had asked me back last year to be on the agenda tonight. So I called her this week, I talked to Michael, and I said, is somebody gonna be here, or what's going on? They said, oh, Michael can take care of it. Basically, it's something about some ordinance that they need to amend, and the commissioners need longer. So what I understood was, it would be next meeting probably before we actually have an ordinance to sign, but they said you understood it and could explain it.
Okay, so they're probably talking about the solar ordinance, or the proposed solar ordinance.
Okay,
Yeah, in the December meeting, they voted 6-4 to amend the ordinance and pass the amended version. And so they mentioned it at the meeting. It's going around to different towns. I want to say either Zanesville or Veracruz, one of the two, had already voted on it and approved it, or approved the language for it. And so Mike had mentioned at the ABC that some of the other towns
yeah, I know there are lots
hadn't
of tonight.
taken any action on it yet, as far as approving it, disapproving it, whatever.
Yeah, they're trying to get the setback further in, aren't they? Back to 1,500 feet from the roads.
That is the amendment, yes.
What is the amendment?
A couple different things. One of them is, so right now, there's a small, medium, and large definition for solar, I don't want to say farm, but a solar usage. So one of the amendments that they agreed on is, let's get rid of the medium and just change the definition of the small and the large. So previously it was about the amount of output that the utility, whatever, the area could produce. One of the arguments that was made was, if we're talking about solar panels taking up a certain amount of space, a better definition of small, medium, large, whatever, would be surface area rather than efficiency.
Okay,
So instead of small, medium, large based on output, it's gonna be small and large based on surface area.
And that's what they added that
I
language is.
wanna say the dividing line is 20 acres,
Okay,
I think. And then they had talked about the big thing that got all of the attention, was setbacks. So ultimately, they approved going from the previous of 400 foot to 1,500 foot
okay.
from a non-participating residence.
Okay, so I'll check and you can maybe be in contact with me. When's your next meeting?
First Thursday next month.
Yeah,
It's the
Okay, so
same.
it'll be before our meeting, because
Yes.
I'm thinking they probably want to be on the agenda again, and I don't know if it's, you'll have something for us to sign, or they're gonna bring it, or,
So it's February 2nd, I'm sorry, it's February 5th.
okay. Well, I'll just wait to hear from you on that then, when they put it on the agenda.
yeah, they mentioned that it needed to be voted on, but I was thinking if they needed it voted on, they would have sent it.
Told us
Exactly.
something.
Well, that, again, that's how Mike explained it to me, is the commissioners need longer, so it's gonna probably be the next meeting.
Okay, yeah, and so that was forwarded to the commissioners looked at it and were like, it,
Okay,
there's some language in it that is
Well, we'll find out next
Question.
month then, huh?
So it's
Okay.
questionable / confusing / whatever, so
Okay.
that needs
okay.
sorted through.
So do you have more information available about this whole project? Like locations, who's this actually going to supply and things of that nature?
So most of it was going to be Liberty Township
303.
that way, I think. It was mostly in Southern Wells District, was the idea. And so, Paddlefish is the name of the company that everybody had been, what was the big player. They had an agreement with the county, and so some of the developers out there, or some of the landowners out there supported the project just to diversify their income. With the proposed changes, or maybe not even about this part I don't know. Paddlefish did start canceling their leases out here. So regardless of whether or not the ordinance ultimately passes, it sounds like they're picking up roots and going away. So,
With Matt, when they first started talking about it a couple of years ago, they were gonna start on 303 at Liberty Center and go almost down to Southern Wells. All of that on,
And that would be the actual solar farm or just the area that's being fed by it?
the farmers that would sign up for it, yes, that area.
And who's getting his power off of this production?
Because I know a lot of these projects
Probably not.
will build here and basically destroy the land and everything here and supply the power over here.
That's what they're afraid of. That's why a lot of the farmers along there
Yeah,
has voted against it.
right.
But I don't know now, that was 2 years ago, so I don't know if they proposed.
I was just wondering if this is that same project or if it was being diverted and.
it's the same project. Some of the power was going to stay here, but a lot of it was going to go wherever.
Yeah.
Probably Allen County, because that's where the people are.
I was gonna say,
But-
from what I understood, a lot of it was going to Ohio if it's the same project.
Yeah, that I don't know whether or not the power produced here would go, or whether it's just they have that part I don't know.
Yeah, because the name you called it, that's what I recognized it from, and I know very little about it, but from what I did hear people talking, a little bit of reading, a lot of people were saying the power was mainly going to Ohio. So, I mean, at that point, I don't know why even have it here.
Well, and what is it benefiting us if we end up with higher prices and everything else out of it, as well as farmland and everything else just cleared to do this?
You guys seen the big turbine out on 400 that they put in there, what, 25 years ago, 23 years ago?
I have not seen it, or maybe I have, and
Anyway, none of that goes to us,
Right.
none of it.
So we know what's coming.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I wanna say back in November, because the solar ordinance thing kind of crept up, you know, there was no real plan in place from the APC as far as zoning, anything like that, and then they showed up and, oh shoot, we're reacting. So I asked after the November meeting, you know, hey, I don't wanna be this guy, but once we're done with this, going into 2026, if there's not something on the schedule, you know, that's big, do we want to think about having some sort of plan involving data centers? And I had one person that was like, yeah, that's interesting, we might wanna take a look at that, and a bunch of other people were like, no, shut up, we don't wanna touch that. I'm like, well, I get it, you don't wanna touch it, but you might wanna do something before they show up, and now you have no plan at all.
So maybe next month we know more. And maybe even next month that, it sounds like that the area plan wants to be on the agenda for next month.
I'm guessing,
And they might even just send Michael with some
will, yeah,
information.
Michael will let me know for sure, but
All right.
I'll stop by their office before the APC meeting and be like, if you're gonna have us talk about something, send me a note.
yes,
When you call Susie tomorrow also,
okay.
so, I don't know if you want to ask her or not, whatever.
Well, when I called her to ask her about tonight,
She
she
said,
passed me through to Michael. I lost the high school, so she didn't even talk to me about it.
All right, so we're gonna move on, any more? Well, I guess we ain't opened up yet, I'll open it up here in a minute for the public.
You sure?
All right, so we're still on new business, number 5, we're going down to C, fire protection contract.
Okay, so we have to sign a contract with them annually, for fire protection, so we give them $20,000, $10,000 in June and $10,000 in December, and there's an extra $4,000 also for
for
uniforms.
uniforms.
So I just need the council members to sign that, and I think it was a then have it signed tomorrow.
And that extra 4,000 is to
No.
help buy uniforms,
It's needed.
and it will only be for 4 years. Is what we signed for.
I think each uniform is about $4,000.
People are there usually.
Well, I know.
Yeah, so
People
I
are
come
pretty
from a
usually-
family of firemen, and I volunteer. They take the cost on their own. That's why a lot of volunteer fire departments do, like through winter, they'll do like breakfasts to build money, to buy supplies for, I don't see it a lot around Indiana like I did in Ohio, but
Yeah.
a lot of the volunteers do meals and that
We
to
use that
make extra
chili
money.
salad. We use that
Yeah, to
chili
make
salad.
extra money and
There might
for
be
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
at the most.
Oh, nice of
I
somebody.
think it'd still be a good
Do
idea.
the chili supper again.
Yeah.
I don't know who wants to take on the planning of it. That's a lot.
All right, now that we did that, we move on to category 7, comments from the public now.
Well, I have one comment.
What's that?
I listened to the last town hall meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and I see you guys are going around and talking about trash piles and cars
Mhm.
and, the pool that is at 5835 Meridian.
Yep.
I just want you to know, let me pull my glasses out. Let's see, it's in violation of the swimming pool, the trash pile, the broken down car that sits there. In Wells County, this is according to Google, it is towns like Bluffton and Poneto draining green water or waters high of algae or chemicals or bacteria from a pool are prohibited from being discharged directly into storm drains or local waterways. So if and when that gets cleaned up, keep that in mind.
Yeah, we'd have to
Over
have somebody check
fluoridated
that.
water too. The other thing is, if, the breeding ground for mosquitoes, potential drown hazards that we know happens, because Steve came to a meeting and complained about pulling a dog out of that pool.
Mhm.
That pool is in violation of the pool or the entire property must be enclosed by a wall or a fence, a minimum of 5 feet or 6 feet high, to prevent uncontrollable access by children. That pool is not, it is in violation all around. That pool needs to be taken care of. And if that green water is drained into any other ground other than his. It's in violation of his, as well as if it's draining in my ground or that drainage system that goes out to the creek. I'm just telling you, it's in violation. As far as the trash pile, properly disposal, all trash and rubbish must be stored in covered rat-proof containers and disposed of them in timely manner and fashion. This is a repeat offender. For 2.5 years since I've lived in this house, Paul, you've come and cleaned up the trash pile. I appreciate it, but it goes back there. So you two, and I say you two because you are new, for 2.5 years, the problem's not been resolved. You've only cleaned it up, and he continues to do. And the pool is in violation. That needs to be resolved before going and hitting anybody else for anything else through this town. I am sorry, but that's an eyesore. I don't care what the whole situation of that property is. If you open the garage door, it's full of trash too. So there's a huge town nuisance right there on that corner for everybody to see.
I agree with you, and we have actually had the health department and everybody out here tell us what we
I
do with that
understand, and
pool.
I'm writing a letter
Yeah,
to the health department because that's what they request of the violation. I'm done with it.
Sandra, he did pass away.
I understand that. It doesn't matter. He wasn't taking the trash out. His son was.
I know.
And I know his son is sick. It needs to be resolved by this town, not just clean it up and let him continue to repeat. I watched this town charge a man $50 a day for a toilet sitting outside his house, and you only charged him $50 a month for a repeat violation. I am over it. Stop with the HOA bullying crap and do what you're gonna do.
this town
or
does not
step
bully
down.
nobody.
Well, you are when you're going around and picking out different things like blue barrels that someone's using or something else. I might not use the conventional stuff around that other people use, but it doesn't mean it's trash.
Luann, who did we,
We did
Fine,
not,
$50.
yeah, we didn't.
No, you dropped that violation because they let you know that they are using the blue barrels. I'm just
No,
tired
no,
of
I'm
the
talking
bullying
about
around
the
town.
The toilet, we
The
didn't
toilet.
find them. We sent the notice to them and they took care of the problem, so it didn't evolve to finding them.
yeah, we didn't find him.
Okay, well, the fine was gonna be $50 a day on a man that just had a toilet sitting outside his house. Cause I was ready to go put flowers in it because across the street there's flowers.
Yeah, my neighbor.
We gotta stop with the bullshit in this town, I'm sorry, but we gotta stop. There's a lot going on that doesn't need to be going on like that. I have no problem helping to resolve the issue behind me. The issue of his trash pile wasn't even moved until I came to the first town hall meeting and threatened to have it moved off of my land myself. And then Paul came down and removed
It's
it.
actually been moved twice,
And it needs to be moved completely then.
and it will be. And again, it's, we actually made a motion last meeting that after the first year, which is after the first year now, it's not just Larry's, and yes, we're gonna go after the worst of the worst.
This is the one that I only see with piles of trash. It's in violation of Wells County to have piles of trash in a town like that.
Oh, there's other places.
Yeah, we gotta,
Yeah, we did.
and again, we're cracking down on them now. I mean, we give everybody till the first year. Luann's, we already got it figured out. Luann's gonna send out papers
And the
sometime
pool,
soon.
and the pool, Paul, when some kid falls in that cesspool of a pool that's green,
Hey,
that was a dog that day. What if it would have been a kid?
hey, I don't
That's
know,
a
I don't know even, we have tried. We've had Wells County out here telling us that we cannot touch it because Larry, which is no longer here, so now it's not a problem.
Well, and it's not so much the water, it's the safety factor.
Hey, that was our complaint too. The safety factor, the green water, the mosquitoes, believe us, I mean, we've done it all. We
But
tried.
nothing's been done. You go down, you pay someone to clean up the trash, the other pile's still there, and then you just add more trash. Nothing's been done. Nothing's been done to the pool, except for you to say during the meeting, anybody can buy it for $2,500, they'll sell it. Nobody wants that crap in the pool. It needs to be removed.
Well,
So my
And if
question,
it's drained into any other ground other than his ground,
it's not gonna happen.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
we have, and actually, it will get moved. There's nobody there that's gonna want it. I mean, you know, and it's too bad it had to get to where it got, to get it moved. But our hands was tied about the pool. all the other stuff, we could've
It's
kept
not,
finding.
it's in violation, it's not secure. Anybody can walk up on that deck at any time and get in that pool. It's in violation of a 5-foot fence, I just read it to you. According to Google, Wells County ordinance, a 5-foot to 6-foot fence around the pool are not able to access it.
Hey, I believe you. But Wells County is also the ones that actually came out here and told us that we couldn't do that.
And that was how many years ago? I moved in 2.5 years ago. The pool's not been addressed in 2.5 years, so. I'm just saying, Paul, it's time to take care of it. I am gonna write a letter to Wells County complaining, let them know that for 2.5 years, the trash pile's been there. You've cleaned it up, and he carries a bag out the next day.
And so if this trash, away from the pool, if the trash pile's a known issue and you've already cleaned it up yourself and you've addressed him with it, why are we allowing it when it's in violation, because it's not contained, why are we allowing it to get, a big pile instead
I
of?
didn't even know it was that much down there now.
Okay, it might not be that tall, but 5 bags is more than you can see white
Last
bags.
year,
Yeah.
last year it was a whole, by the end of the year, it was a whole pile.
Yeah, it was bad.
So why are we even allowing it to get to that if one
I
bag,
guarantee-
one bag on the track
Well-
ground is a violation?
Well,
Am I wrong?
probably what you guys don't know, no, you're not wrong at all.
Okay, so,
But his
I
fines,
was in the middle of talking, please let me finish.
go ahead.
So if one bag on the ground is in violation, why don't we stop it before it turns into a big pile year after year after year?
Okay, and again, after last month's meeting, that's what's gonna happen. Cause, everybody's saying that we're bullying, we're actually pinpointing, we're actually, whatever.
Discriminating.
So what we're gonna do, and again, we're gonna be writing a letter out, and everybody in town that gets a sewer bill is gonna get one. That's actually in the city limits anyway, the town limits. And we're gonna actually, it's gonna get cleaned up.
And if it don't,
and not just one or two
my
places.
question, Paul, is if it don't, what is the resolution to the problem?
Because it's already been
You need
cleaned
to
up, and
understand
then it comes
and
back.
figure that out, because if not,
Well, the
we
only
got a bigger
resolution,
issue here.
the only resolution we got is actually just keep finding them. And Larry's fines has been really, really big. And again, to save him money, I did go down there and clean it, okay? And again, he did go right back out and do it again. And
You're
again,
gonna come back and clean it for him.
So
I'm
what would
not,
you
I know, I'm done now.
suggest?
What I
Yeah,
suggest
how would you suggest?
What I
to
suggest
enforce it, to make it
is the
enforceable?
town of Poneto having trash pickup, and if you own a house in the town of Poneto, you have to pay for your trash to be picked up. And if it is not, then the town will go ahead and get you a barrel, and it will be added to your sewer bill. It's part of your bill, I'm sorry, if you can't clean up your trash, that's Sandy's solution. It only costs me $30 a month for a barrel. If you can't afford that, you're paying him $50 a month for a pile, you might as well charge him $30 for the barrel.
But we have some people who repeatedly don't even pay their sewer bill, so they're not gonna pay that either.
I agree with you 100%.
Well-
There's a lot of places in town
Well, I mean,
that needs it bad.
I think there needs to be a resolution figured out then, because it's a repeat offender. I've been here for 2.5 years.
Right, it is.
Paul comes down, cleans it up, pays someone else to come down, clean it up. It doesn't resolve the issue. He can continue to do what he wants to
Well,
do.
you will start seeing a difference. I mean, seriously, you will start seeing a difference because, again, we gotta do it. It's just getting too many now, and before we'd go help with
Because
something.
you allow one, what's someone else gonna, well, they allow it over there, why should I care?
Exactly, that's what we gotta, to stop the finger pointing and say that we're actually picking or, just pointing them out or whatever else.
I mean, I know the guys that live next door are having trouble with animals at night. Are they rats, are they coons, or what are they? Because they're coming from that area.
Yeah.
So, that's an issue to me. That's an issue in a small town like this. You wanna wipe out a small town like this? Have a rat population move in and a mouse population.
Well, okay,
We already have the
we
issue,
are,
and now we're adding more to it.
trying to come up with a solution. And I'm thinking hopefully, again, we're gonna get a lot of plaque on it, but that's okay, that's what a town is. I mean, town board's gonna get the plaque, and we're no different than anybody else, Bluffton or any of the other small towns. The citations, but we wanna send out a warning first, give them a 30-day warning, hey, this is what's gonna happen next month, blah, 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 you know, we expect this, and then the ordinance is gonna be filed. You know, and we gotta do that to clean up the town. And again, I gotta agree with Larry, I stopped doing it the last part of the year. And again, that's why, and the reason why I stopped doing it, I went down
It's
there
not
and
your
there was,
job, Paul, it's only your job to resolve the issue, not to go down there and do his trash.
well, I didn't do it as a town council member, I did it as a friend to Larry. That's why I did it. Until it got to where Larry's almost out of the picture and Jeremiah just kept throwing it. He could do it.
So
You know,
I'm
so-
responsible now.
Well, now he will be.
So does it
Maybe.
mean he's a new repeat offender now, or, I mean,
I just told you what we're gonna do, so. I mean, that's what you gotta give us a chance to actually do it.
I'm giving you a chance, but I'm still gonna write the letter.
Yeah,
And I'm
do it.
still gonna send it, because that way they can get involved too,
Yeah,
and come help out and help resolve the issue. That they've obviously allowed to go on in the past also.
yeah.
Do you know where I can get a copy of that Wells County ordinance that you referred to?
I just went on Google and asked,
Just-
Wells County ordinance on trash, Wells County ordinance on pool.
Okay,
See, we've
Should be able to
been
find it on
throwing,
the plan commission site.
say what now?
Should be able to find it on the plan commission
Okay,
site.
okay.
we've been throwing a fit about that swimming pool, the smell, I mean, everything's coming from it, the
I
quality.
understand it, but going forward now, even emptying the pool pot, it has to be chlorinated and then not over chlorinated, because there is a lot there. His land sits right there by where if you drain it and it goes into that, it'll end up out in the creek, and then we got a whole bigger issue.
Okay, it was exactly 2 years ago. You said you've been there 2.5 years?
Yeah,
When is it, 2 years or 3 years ago? Yeah, we actually had to come out and do a water test. And
correct.
that's when Wells County told us there's nothing wrong with it, because Larry said he's gonna use it. I don't know how he was gonna use it, but,
That's fine, it's in violation of the fence, it's in violation that I can access, it's in violation of many. As well as a broken down car, and the other question I have is, was that drain cleaned out? Or am I gonna have Lake Knowles over there this spring when it rains again and that back alley will be flooded up? Or was that drain system cleaned out that Kelly Rush addressed, that they pretty much figured out where it might be plugged up at?
we blowed that out as soon as they came out with
Okay.
jets and blowed
I
that
just
out.
wanna know, that way, come this spring, if it
Yeah.
floods up again, then we got another issue going on, and it's not that.
Yeah, you guys know what she's talking about.
I think
That goes down through the old alley.
by Travis's house, right?
No, the old alley that's actually,
Right there
it's
behind
turned over on
Larry's
their
house.
property, and it goes all the way back.
Oh,
That whole area will flood up in the spring, all the way out across that whole alley.
okay.
Like you would hear, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, we had water,
And I know,
4
I
foot
have a
tall, I
wet
think.
basement, but
you know.
there's some things that the town needs to start stepping up on and getting done like that before enforcing others to clean up their junk. Otherwise, it's wanting me to decorate with junk.
And then again, that was what we settled last month. And that's what we're gonna start doing at the beginning of the year, this year. And then not just one or two, or the worst of the worst, everybody, including us. So everybody's gotta be on it. So I think it's gonna be what we want it to be, eventually. And it's without all the trash. Yeah,
Trash
and
is
if
my
it
main
is-
concern in that pool.
Well,
As
mine
far as
too.
someone having something sitting out in their yard, a piece of equipment that they don't use no more, that's on them. That's not bringing rats, the trash is.
I agree with you. And we are stepping up, just so you know.
I'm
Let me
just
point
here
it.
to
You
make
go ahead and
sure
write
that
your
you
letter.
are aware of,
Yeah,
Matt has hayfield. My acreage that is in county is a hayfield. So any contaminant of that hayfield will be brought up in a lawsuit if something happens. I'm just forewarning you of that pool being drained anywhere onto my property.
yeah, it's not gonna be. From the town anyway, put it that way.
Well, you
You
need to
know.
let them know too going forward if they drain their pool.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what the ordinance are. I don't have a problem with trash being.
So what we
picked up.
need to do then, we need to get another water sample then of that. Or just get a hold of the health board again and have him come out and do a water sample of it. And,
Well, I
give us
think,
written on what can be done with it.
Not,
You
not
know,
just a water
Proper
sample.
disposal method.
Yeah,
The proper disposal method.
You know,
yeah,
I mean, you know
and not
what?
just a water sample, but the safety issue, like I said.
Well, that-
Any kid
that's always been a
falls
hassle.
down the stairs, yeah.
Well, right now, tearing it down is not a problem, as soon as we get the okay, you know, and getting rid of it. Right now, it's the water,
Getting rid of the water.
you know, so this way here, they can actually let us know what is contaminated. If it's just regular water, you know, it can go anywhere, you know, but it's gonna have to be up to them to let us know.
I will say this, it can only go on their property. Any draining,
They're
any
not
water in
authorized to
school
flood
can
our
only,
property.
can
Yeah.
only go
Yeah.
on to their property, if that is exactly what is stated.
Yeah, and I get
And we
it.
all have wells around here, we don't want contaminated wells, I'm just saying.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I wouldn't want it on mine either, so I'm with you.
Somebody just put in your pond.
No. No.
Run big hose.
Yeah.
well, I don't think we're gonna have as much problem getting something done this time, since Larry's not here. He was the one who always,
And hopefully not, I left an
And-
extra prayer for that, but I would
and
like
I
it
did talk
resolved.
to Jeremiah at his dad's viewing, and I thought maybe he would move to Fort Wayne since his dad's not here, but he said, right now, he's not, he's gotta find out whether he can even stay there or
Yeah, I mean, it is all in the works.
not.
And there's one of the worst of the worst.
Yeah,
And we got a few, but that's one of the worst of the worst. All right. Any more public? Too much from the public?
Zach, you got anything?
Travis,
Travis, I mean?
Just finally here.
Okay.
All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna move on to section 8, approval of the checks.
I had one question, but don't know now. I make a motion that we approve the checks.
I second.
Can I just ask, maybe it's been on there every time and I'm just not noticing. Fry Municipal Software, what is that?
that, our software, which is Bucks, Chips, and Cubic, that's how I send out the bills.
Oh, okay.
And then that's an annual fee where I call them for support all the time, and they're wonderful.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, vote.
Aye.
All right. Now I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting. And just so you know, we will get on that. Cause it's,
We'd appreciate it. Yeah,
the
it's
town
just,
would appreciate it, the guy
Yeah.
that moved in next door would appreciate it, Steve would appreciate it.
well, it's not just this council member neither. I mean, Walsh County, and again, Larry put a stop to it, anything to do with that.
I understand, Paul, but it's been long enough and Larry is gone, now it's.
Well,
time
now
for
that's what I'm
us to
saying,
address it
now we got a
And
chance.
take care of it, the
Yeah.
same way as anybody else, they need to be told that trash needs to be put in, if they're not burning it, it needs to be put in a container and then hauled out to the curb.
And,
It doesn't say we can make a pile in the town, it says we have to have it in
and
a
something
trash-type container.
was going on down there where, I don't know who was paying his bills, but you know, he got fined quite a bit. You know, and
It
he
doesn't
just kept doing
matter
it.
who's paying the bill, who's.
No, what I'm
cleaning
saying
it.
is, you know, it kinda stopped us. You know, that's why I went down there and did it too, because I knew he couldn't. And then, he did pay for the dumpster, which it wasn't near as big enough as, you know, it's not as big as what I wanted it and what I asked him to bring in. But this time here, you know, I'll go down and talk to Jeremiah and see if he's staying. I was told he's not, but that's besides the point.
But even that, after he leaves, then what happens? It just stays there?
No.
We
no.
go in and clean it up? I mean,
I got a question, maybe an ignorant question, I don't know, but so, how does a single individual stop that is an accurate violation when it is a safety violation when we're talking about children's lives? How can a town?
Wells County's saying it's not.
No, listen, I'm just
Yeah,
curious, because I don't
yeah.
that seems like that's a flawed system. If it's for the safety, I mean, we're not even, at this point, not talking about trash or anything like that, just the safety violation of it.
Yeah.
How can a town or a county or a community sit there and say, well, that's okay?
I mean, if Wells County, if we report it to Wells County and they disagree that it's not a violation, then I mean, they're not going to enforce it. Now,
Yeah.
on the back end, if something did happen, let's say,
But it shouldn't take something to happen.
right,
And when,
I
if
agree.
something did happen, the fact that Wells County chose not to enforce something is still not gonna prevent a lawsuit, for example, against that person. But now we're
Well,
talking
and it
about
seems like
a
Wells
worst case
County-
situation.
Well, it seems like Wells County and this town would be liable because there is a written
that's my point, it's
safety
a
feature.
written
If it's a
documentation.
written document, it seems like if they don't enforce it, then they're liable.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm just trying to
They
figure
would
out
be
the
open to that
system
claim,
here,
yes.
because to me, like,
Yeah.
you go anywhere with a valid safety concern and they have it documented.
We thought the same exact thing, because we tried and tried and tried.
That's
They
what
came out,
I
they
mean, am I
done a
missing
water
something,
test, and
or-
a test on that, and all Larry had to do is say that he might not use it right now, but he's gonna clean it up and use it.
And that's acceptable. Well, how, but that doesn't,
That doesn't.
that's the cleanliness of the water. I'm talking safety.
the access of
That
the
will
5 foot
fence,
fence.
there's no-
or
Using it or not
access.
using it, you have a pool that a child could drown in, and it's not following the safety guidelines.
I mean,
If-
Wells County has that work, you know, it has to have a fence, it has to be.
I mean, you gotta be damn good at arguing to beat that. I mean, that seems pretty black and white to me. That's why I'm saying, maybe an ignorant question, maybe, I'm just trying to gain understanding on this.
I would imagine if Wells County decided that it was not an issue
Well,
worth
he was out there.
enforcing,
Where did Wells
then
County-
every
I mean, he was here.
other
What did
enforcement
Wells County
mechanism
do? What does- what the
is
health board say
after
about
something
that? They did a
tragic has
water
already
test,
happened.
said it wasn't,
That's okay.
It just seems they're opening themselves up to a lawsuit along with this county.
I
You
Yeah.
guys do
Oh,
what
I-
you need to do, and I'll write a letter too
Yeah.
that will, should help.
yeah.
And I'll go around town and get everybody else to write a letter if I need. I don't care. It needs to be addressed, because yeah, one kid drowning in it is one too many.
Hey, I agree with
I'm
you
just
100%. I agree with
And
you.
it's accessible right now for anybody.
It needed to be going 20 years ago, you know, so now, I agree with you. And then, if we could've done something though, just so you guys know, we did push. But we can't go on somebody's property and just rip something down, you know, especially
I
when,
understand that.
when Wells County's telling them, yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
and then, well, I think Wells County, perhaps they were just looking at the water, they were not looking at their own ordinance.
Well, we actually, we brought up a lot of things to them.
Who was coming out for Wells? Was it just the health department or was somebody else out
Now
there?
it's
or-
probably.
Well, from what I understand, he got a heads up because he worked for the county, so he cleaned up his water, and it was good when the county came out, so it was okay.
Clean water or not, it's, the safety aspect's completely being
At this
overlooked.
point-
Because I was thinking,
Like, that's where I'm going with
Yeah.
this.
because I was
Like,
thinking if
beyond
it's
the water,
non-compliant with zoning, that comes before
Yeah.
APC.
Yeah.
But-
Well, and I would like to look up to the ordinance about having the fence and stuff, because we weren't aware of that, so it'd be nice to.
Well, and if it doesn't have a fence, it at least has to be able to not be able to
Like the
access, so the
six-
ladders go
stairs,
up, so you
yeah,
got
to be
4 foot
able to-
above
Yeah.
the pool.
They need
And
gates.
that's not there because he doesn't have the ladder or the steps blocked to where I could not access it.
Mhm.
More or less fall through the deck of it, that's
Well, if-
besides the issue.
If that's the case, then, Anthony Cappy over there, across the fire station, he don't have no fence around his pool.
Or they will-
But if he doesn't have a ladder,
If he can lift the stairs up and they can be locked up so that you
Or-
can't
or
go
they're
up the
not in.
stairs,
There's-
that's considered.
there's to look around, yes.
Well, that little pup wouldn't have been able to get up there, wouldn't be able to climb the stairs.
Right, that's.
I'm just,
Yeah.
Right,
Hey, I'm with you. I agree with you 100%. And again, I mean, we are pushing it.
Okay.
But again, you know, we wanted to wait until the first of the year because there was just so many, you know, so much stuff going around that people's thinking that we're pinpointing them out. So this way here, we're gonna send it out to everybody and just let them
But I
know.
already included a note in this last survey
Yeah.
about the vehicles, which is what you told me to do.
Well, actually, I thought it was supposed to be about everything.
No,
But,
you mentioned the vehicles, about vehicles that don't run or that aren't plated.
Well, as long as, they don't have to run, but if they're plated, I mean, you know, that's the state as well as
They
county.
don't run there, but,
But still, yeah, if they're plated, you can't stop it.
Right.
I mean, you know,
It's considered legal.
yeah, I mean, you know, if it's a legal automobile, I mean, if it's plated, you can't really do nothing to it.
one of my neighbors, that car's been sitting there and never moved it, and have never moved it, but it is plated, so.
That, you know, in a situation like that, we can't touch.
Okay.
You know, it's the ones that's not plated.
I thought I'd at least say it.
Yeah. Right, we sign the bills?
Well, you actually made a motion to dismiss, but I didn't get a second.
I second.
You did second one,
Yes,
and I just didn't. And the vote, we did.
aye.
That was a lot of time, so. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you all for entertaining us.
Hey. Hey, thanks for
Nice
running
to
that
meet
letter.
you, Mike, I'm Sandy.
Nice to meet you.
I'll come down with trouble.
Hey, but you know what, it's legitimate, you know?
Yeah, oh, we didn't like us when Mike, or Steve pulled that truck out last year.
Yeah, that's sad, that is very sad.
Oh, he came down to our house only because there was another dog running with the pup that.
Trying to attack him.
Yeah,
And I did definitely call the health department on that one, because it was a very upsetting meeting.
yeah, and like I said, the health department may not be aware of the safety of it, you know what I'm saying?
I explained to them what happened though.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
they're just concerned about, oh, is the water clean or not? No, they're not looking at
Yeah.
the structure
Right,
itself and
right.
that it could be a
Well, I know,
safety.
well, what it was, he showed me a permit that he got from the area planning commissioner to put it up. And because we brought all that up too, you know,
Did you see
fence,
where
all
we're
this
supposed
stuff.
to sign on that
And-
one, Linda?
None of that was
You
on
know where you all, yeah, on the
Well, who
back.
knows when they pass that ordinance
That's what I
about the
Yeah,
fence,
but
but
Yeah.
that's what
right
it
in
is.
the middle, doesn't it say?
Oh, okay, any probably new structure,
It-
but
it-
yeah,
No, it
No,
just says
it's
pool,
any
some
pool,
yeah.
but,
Yes.
you know, whenever he had that originally put in,
This is
they
payroll.
may not
Well,
have had
hopefully-
that, but.
Well, again, they're real soon.
Where these guys would be okay that I read is because they're able to remove the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ladder can go out and be secured and nobody can walk up into the pool, but.
Hey, I'm,
Good luck.
All right, nice to
hey,
know.
thank you.
Oh, you need to reset
Thanks,
the
guys.
payroll,
Huh?
the payroll, but on
You
that.
signed the wrong place, you're supposed to sign
Hang out.
it. You keep him busy?
Yeah,
No,
it's
Mike,
not
on this
us.
side.
That's why I never get a chance to come down.
Yeah.
I guess I can turn the tape recorder off.
Have you had any more trouble with your neighbors? Not really.
The dog not on the leash is still an issue, but it's not pissing and shitting in my house anymore, so that's
Yeah,
great.
well, that's good.
How about the noise?
Don't have too many issues. I usually just go over and ask Hector. But sometimes it is kind of annoying because we're all adults.
Yeah.
But
Where you
So
at?
Michael, all you gotta do is,
down here on Washington Street.
Straight down.
all you gotta do is just hit stop recording.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's all I did.
Shoot, my foot's asleep.